Love Yours, an experimental podcast. Welcome back to Love Yours, an experimental podcast. I'm your host, Charlotte Tahira, and this is Season 2. We spent the first season reflecting on our personal development, self-love, journey, and it was a journey of discovery using Charlemagne the God's Black privilege. Opportunity comes to those who create it. So if you're new to the podcast, go and listen back. We have a whole first season that explores that book. Join the club. But this season we're taking a bit of a different turn, because self-love and being able to love your life isn't just about the mental. There's so many different things that impact our lives, mentally, physically, financially, and that brings me on to this season. So Love Yours is a bit of a podcast, it's a bit of a book club, and it's about me using Black authors, experiences, advice, and guidance to help myself become a better person, and in turn, hopefully, help you become a better person. In this season, we are exploring Selina Flavius, Black Girl Finance. Let's talk money. So this is episode 1, and it's just the introduction. Now, personally, I've never been the best with finances. I've chosen a career that barely pays, but I'm happy to say that after 8 years of struggle, I finally have some savings. I don't live paycheck to paycheck, and I even pay into my pension. Never thought I'd sign up to that. I've also got some spare disposable income each month, which is shocking. I also pay into my daughter's ISA because I don't want her to be in the situation that I was in. If you've listened to season 1, you'd have heard me talk about the fact that I was homeless at the age of 18. And so I've always had to struggle with my finances because I've had to support myself from such a young age. So much so that now when I've got spare income, I don't even know what to do with it. I usually spend it on my loved ones. I'm so used to not having money that when I do, it's a weird feeling. I grew up like lots of Black women I know, poor. I've eaten beans for dinner. I've wondered where my next meal is actually coming from. I've cycled or walked places to save money on travel because it was so expensive at the time and I was acting like it was for my health benefits, but really it was because it was free. And 2 pages into Black Girl Finance, and I've learnt British women would collectively earn 90 billion more a year if there wasn't a gender pay gap. That is absolutely wild. So obviously I'm not alone in this. And sadly, ethnic minority groups are also doubly impacted by this. A recent report by Runnymede Trust shows that Black, African and Bangladeshi households in the UK have only 10p of savings and assets for every £1 of white British wealth. And Black female graduates are paid on average 9% less than white female graduates, which is the equivalent of £3,000 a year. So I'm really trying to break those odds. I want to retire at 45, I've been saying for the longest time. But after taking a 9 grand pay drop in 2020 to go back into the industry and pursue my passions, I don't know how realistic that is. I'm not a homeowner, and after recently checking, I'm going to need about 50 grand to get a mortgage. I've worked out I can currently afford to save about 5 grand a year. So in 10 years, obviously I'm not planning to stay on this earning for the next 10 years. But worst case scenario, I won't have serious assets for a while. So ultimately, this book's come at a perfect crossroad for me. I comfortably live now, but I need to know what I should be doing with my disposable income to ensure my retirement plan. Like I said, I've got savings, but obviously I don't know where to start to make sure it'll be enough for me and my children. I need to secure their future. Like I said, River has a little ISA and like it's so great that she has savings. They can't be touched until she's 18. My parents weren't able to do that for me, but the way the economy is going, will that even be enough? Hopefully this book, Black Girl Finance, will help me find out. So join me week to week on this Love Your Finance journey. In the next episode, we're going to be talking money mindset, which I think is a massive problem for the black communities. But until then, I'm going to leave you with this quote from the OG, that's Maya Angelou. She said, if you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, change your attitude. I look forward to speaking with you on the next episode. And let's get this money, honey. Remember to subscribe, share, like, and drop a comment. Let me know what you think if you're going to join the book club and follow the Black Girl Finance journey. Love Yours, an experimental podcast